So, Idea Week. Has anyone been to Idea Week in the room before? I know Cindy has.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, a few of you have. So Idea Week was started in 2017 by University of Notre Dame, and it was designed to be a big sort of festival around startup culture. And at that time, it meant more like high growth potential startups. The event has evolved over the years, and last year they approached the South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership. They've been trying to make it more community focused for a while, but Notre Dame's this giant institution. It's really hard for them to make something community focused. So they approached us and they said, "Would you want to take over the leadership of this and take it where we've been unable to take it?" And we thought about it and said yes. We felt like it fit our mission and we could take it on. So this is the first year that the South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership has been in the leadership role for Idea Week, but the event has existed for a long time, well, since 2017. So we've moved it a little bit. We still want to honor the original vision of sort of that high growth potential, high tech startups, but we also recognize this region has lots of entrepreneurs, lots of businesses. Not all of them are like fancy tech startups. There's a lot of great Main Street businesses, there are a lot of great consulting businesses. There are a lot of great existing companies who are pivoting and staying competitive in this environment and trying new things. And so we want to honor all of that. So as we redesigned Idea Week, so here are the dates. Let's go back up here. So it is next week, April 22nd to the 25th. We do have things happening every single day, and I'll go over some of those things in a minute here. Right, here are the organizations. So Startup South Bend Elkhart is part of the South Bend Elkhart Regional Partnership. That's what I run. University of Notre Dame remains our top sponsor for this event. And then the Momentum Entrepreneurship Hub, which is going to be opening in May of this year, has also been on the planning committee helping us organize. Yeah, so the vision here it's important to note for just a second, because this is a conference. It is also kind of a festival, and it is really truly a mashup of innovation, entrepreneurship, arts, culture, music. There's a heavy emphasis on networking. There's a heavy emphasis on having fun, while at the same time like honoring and building up entrepreneurial mindset and innovation mindset in the region. So you'll see when I go through the programming that there's a lot going on, and it's not just about sitting in a classroom. So the way we set it up this year is that we decided to do Wednesday, which is the 23rd, a very tactical day. And by the way, we're really, really happy that 1 Million Cups is coming on Wednesday to present.
Yay!
I think it's a perfect fit. I mean, you're all the people doing this work already, and I'm sorry to have to make you come a little earlier than normal, but that's the way it fit into the schedule.
We'll all be on time.
Best.
Sure. We'll be there.
I'm sure you'll all be on time. The good news is we were already going to provide breakfast, so I guess I'm the breakfast sponsor for next week.
Absolutely.
But we'll have some good breakfast food out there and snacks all day. Idea Week, by the way, is free. So all of the events that I'm going to talk about, with the exception of a few of the entertainment pieces, are free and open to the public. So 1 Million Cups will be here. I think that's going to be fantastic. You're really going to kick us off in terms of programming.
That's exciting.
That morning.
No pressure.
And yeah, no pressure. And then we'll go into the workshops. So that Wednesday, a full day of workshops. There's 15 workshops. They're going to be in 3 different tracks. So obviously you can't take every one, but if you go to the website, ideaweek.com, and register, you'll see that we have 3 sessions running concurrently 4 times over the course of the day. So there's two sets in the morning, 2 sets in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Really interesting sessions. And you can, again, sign up for any one of those you want to. Once you register, we have an app that we're using called Huva, which manages the day, and you can just add whatever sessions you want to your agenda. So I encourage you to go on there and check out. I don't have the whole list here, but this is just an example. We have AI 101, practical tools and tactics for small business success. And then in the afternoon, we actually have an AI 201 with a little bit more advanced AI recommendations for businesses. By the way, this Wednesday is meant to be very tactical. Like, we want you to go to these workshop sessions and literally the next day have some ideas that you can implement in your business. This is not theoretical, it's not inspirational. These are going to be real takeaway tools. So we have a very popular session right now on time mastery. So it's basically just time management, running social content creation and social media as a business. We have another one called You Don't Need a Million Followers to Make Money on Social Media. So we have some influencers. We have some social media experts coming in from Austin, Texas, actually. They're going to talk about what they've been able to do. Stop chasing leads, start closing deals, the startup sales playbook that actually works. Choosing the right operating system for your company. I mean, there's a whole bunch. We have one on talent leadership. We have one on keeping small businesses local, which is more to do with like what happens when you're ready to sell your business. Who buys it, right? What does that transition look like? Do you sell it to your kids? Do you sell it to a partner? But like that, what that process can look like in the community. So really a whole day of practical, tactical workshops. So after the 1 Million Cup session, feel free to stay for the day, sign up for whatever sessions you want, if you're able, and really dig in. Let me just go through the presentation. So the next day, we're moving, so by the way, that first tactical day is gonna be at South Bend Public Library in the community learning wing part of it. So we've taken over the entire community learning wing. Auditorium, courtyard, every classroom, ballroom, we have the whole thing for the day. The next day, Thursday, the 24th, we're going to go over to the Tribune building, where now South Bend City Church is located, where the old printing press used to be in the Tribune building. And that Thursday is more inspirational. So we have panels, keynotes, one workshop, but most of the day is more kind of, we're hearing from really interesting people about their entrepreneurial journeys and where they've gotten. So probably our most famous keynote is Ashley Flowers. I don't know how many people know her, and some people do. So she runs, she's from Mishawaka.
Really?
Originally, yes, yep. So she's a hometown hero in a lot of ways. She built a podcast called Crime Junkie, which she started as a side hustle through some volunteer work she was doing with Crime Stoppers, and ended up building it up into a very, very successful business. She was the most popular female podcaster on Apple Podcasts last year.
Wow.
And it was just announced a couple of weeks ago she's in Indianapolis now, but they did a $40 million investment in her company, which she calls Audio Chuck, which is a dog reference because her dog's name is Chuck.
That's cute.
So anyway, we're really excited about having her come. And her podcast is about true crime. Obviously, that's not what she's going to talk about on stage, but she's going to talk about that journey that she took and how she got where she is today. So another kind of hometown hero is Max Yoder. He grew up in Goshen, went down to Indianapolis, built a company, an educational software company called Lessonly, sold it a few years ago, and he gives a really, really great talk. I heard him speak in Bloomington on like sort of mental health for entrepreneurs. He was selling his business at the same time he was having his first child. And he talks about the strain that put on his marriage, his identity as a father, and like how his friends and family and the support around him like helped him get through that hard time, and how important it is to lean into that and think about that as you're working as an entrepreneur. It can be lonely, right? It can be stressful. You can put in long hours, and taking care of yourself as you do that work is really critical. And he does a great job talking about that. He's our lunchtime keynote on Thursday. Ashley's in the afternoon, 4 o'clock. And then in the morning we have Malad Alokozai. He is an Afghan refugee who grew up in Indiana, ended up going to Purdue and getting a PhD in neuroscience and moved out west. Wow. Very interesting guy, very super nice guy too. I mean, he's just like the friendliest guy you'll ever meet. Number of startups coming out of San Francisco around medical technology, including, I don't even understand that when I ask him, like digital twins for organs, so that doctors can practice on a digital version of your heart before they practice on your actual heart during surgery. So he's done some really, really interesting stuff. So he's gonna do our morning keynote and just kind of talk about the startup journey that he has experienced and attracting investors and working with investors and things like that. That's a little bit more like high-tech startup, but still I think really interesting, and he's a very personable character. So he's gonna be great. Also on the tech side, we have Scott Chacon, who's one of the co-founders of GitHub, which is a really major global coding platform. So he's going to talk about coding and the state of coding in the world today and where that's going. He's flying in from Berlin to give this keynote. Catlin and Paulina are actually doing a workshop on that Wednesday. Catlin is the executive director of Art Prize in Grand Rapids, which is a huge citywide art festival that happens every year in Grand Rapids. It's probably one of the biggest art festivals in the United States. Very, very successful. They attract hundreds of thousands of people every year to come to Art Prize. It's a big, big deal up there. He's going to talk about that, the intersection between arts and entrepreneurship, and how impactful that can be on a community. And Paulina founded a magazine in Indianapolis called Pattern, which is an arts and entrepreneurship focused publication. So the two of them are going to do like a joint kind of panel keynote workshop on Wednesday. And then these are some of the influencers I talked about. All three are from Austin, Texas, or based in Austin, Texas right now. Flank Thomas, Melissa Baker, and Rebecca Rogers. Really great. Flank played Major League Baseball for a few years. All three of them are really involved in like the social media scene and creating content, and they're gonna talk about what that's been like and like putting those diverse voices out there in the world of content creation. So that'll be on Thursday afternoon.
Okay.
Ones I'm not showing up here, let me go here. Yeah, ones I'm not showing up here are, which I think might be interesting. We have a panel in the afternoon on centennial companies. So we've invited 3 regional companies that have been in existence for over 100 years to talk about how they've grown, how they've pivoted, how they've handed over leadership from generation to generation.
Okay.
We have MTI Engineering, which is based in South Bend, Labor Muth, which makes essential oils, also in St. Joe County, and then Elkhart Brass. And Elkhart makes fire engine equipment is what they're most famous for. All 3 companies are I think 126, 127, and 99 years old. So just that story of how do you survive World War I, World War II, the Great Depression, you know, so many economic ups and downs, and they're still thriving today. So they're going to kind of tell that story. So that's Thursday, a great day to skip work and and come to this instead. Call in sick. So, you know, I talked about this. So those are all, in some ways, like the very practical things that we're doing, but we are layering over a lot of fun activities on top of all of this. Starting with, I know I said in the initial slide that it's April 22nd to the 25th. However, at the last minute, we did squeeze in a happy hour in Elkhart. So I know this is probably not an Elkhart crowd, but we are going to be doing a happy hour at the River District in Elkhart on Monday afternoon. On Tuesday, we've got 2 things side by side. The official launch party for Idea Week is Tuesday night at the Momentum Entrepreneurship Hub downtown, which is the old Salvation Army building. Everyone is welcome to come to that. There's going to be free food, free drink, music, tons of networking. Plus, you can get a sneak peek at this new entrepreneurship hub that's opening. That will be Tuesday from 4 to 7. Anyway, register online about it. Right after that at 7 o'clock, if you love OK Go, does anybody know the band OK Go?
Yeah.
All right, I put some flyers out there. So they're coming on Wednesday night. Very cool band. They actually just dropped a new video last night or a couple days ago using mirrors. They're very famous for their creative music videos. That's what they're really known for. So that night before, right after the launch party, the South Bend Dance Society Social Club is going to do an OK Go themed dance party. So that one, there's a fee for that. They charge like $10 or something to go to the dance party. So if you like to dance and you want to try something new, Dance Society does this once a month or once every couple weeks. They do a dance party, and they teach like choreographed dances.
Oh, fun.
I've never done it, but it sounds kind of interesting. So that's right after the launch party. Then on Wednesday, after the workshops are all over, so that's the Wednesday you're all going to be here for 1 Million Cups. There's a whole day of workshops starting at, I'm trying to remember the time. Starting at 4 o'clock, 5:30? 4:30. Some of our Hustle grads, so the Hustle, which is a women and minority entrepreneurship program, so we've got a number of you are graduates of it, in fact, yep. Are hosting, are you one of the hosts?
I'm one of the
You're one of the
helpers,
hosts?
yeah.
Yeah, so are hosting a happy hour for everyone. So again, free to the public. Come over. You want to keep visiting after the workshops are over. The Rocky Button, which is right around the corner from the library. And I don't even know what you have planned. You want to tell us?
They're just having a DJ and some like food, like just kind of to mingle and just network a little bit.
Awesome.
Right, because we knew that after the workshops, people can be tired, but hopefully energized and want to keep the conversation going.
And
So,
we're working on getting some door prizes too, so when you show up.
awesome. So walk around the corner to the Rocky Button and hang out a little bit longer. And then when that's over, go to the OK Go concert, which is that night at 7 o'clock at the Morris downtown. So if you want to, you can be there at 7:45?
Yeah, 7:45 all the way to
All the
midnight.
way through.
Is there a scheduled nap time?
I don't know what you're gonna do. This is a heavy caffeine day. Right?
Wait a minute, that
It's
sounds like a
heavy
job.
caffeine day.
Hang on a second.
It's gonna be a fun job. I don't even have it on here, Ryan, but it goes beyond that. So after the OK Go party, we're gonna go over to Spirited, which is a bar downtown South Bend, and he's gonna make us some custom Idea Week cocktails.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
not sure what they look like, but the bartender there likes to create new things. So
And then a wicked sweet rave after that.
I'll be in a coma at that point, so I'm not sure who will be at the rave. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, we do have the OK Go concert. Really good price tickets. I mean, you get a ticket for $25. In fact, if you want, I can send you a code to get another $7 off that.
Oh, great. Yeah, I'll send it out.
So it's really like almost unbelievable how cheap. And to go see a show at the Morris of a band of this quality for like $20, $25,
Absolutely.
it's a very good deal. I'm surprised by how good the pricing is on that. So in any case, go to the concert if you want to. That'll be fun. Okay, so that's all Wednesday. Now we go to Thursday. That was the day that we had Ashley Flowers and we had Max Yoder, the kind of inspirational day. Concurrently with some of those sessions, Rise Fest is going to start. And I think some of you have people participate in Rise Fest or know about Rise Fest? Okay, Rise is a student entrepreneurship program, a regional student entrepreneurship program. So it's a lot of high school students. They do an entrepreneurship class for college credit in both St. Joe County and Elkhart County. They every year do this Rise Fest where they invite current and former students to set up booths and show off like what entrepreneurial activities they're working on. So it's going to be a younger crowd up there for the most part, although some of their graduates are now 20, 25 years old. But nonetheless, they're going to be upstairs in the South Bend City Church in a different space. But that will be you can bounce back and forth. If one of the panels is not interesting to you, you can pop upstairs and hang out at Rise Fest. After Ashley Flowers' talk ends at 5:30, Rise Fest is going to also turn into a happy hour. So they're going to bust some drinks out, set up a bar, and then a little bit after that, an Irish rock band is going to go on stage up there. Again, all of this is free. All of this is free.
It's amazing.
So after the sessions, you can go upstairs, grab a drink, listen to some Irish rock. If that's not your style, don't worry. We're still going. Because we have also set up a series of dinner parties called Eat the City at 4 local restaurants. One here in Mishawaka, Craft One Half,
Right.
Wuchi, Cinco Five, and Fatbird.
Oh.
Fatbird downtown. So these are smaller, more intimate opportunities to continue to network, 16 people each, with a couple of hosts. So if you want to take a break, go out to dinner with some folks, we'll have a sign-up sheet and you can join a group of 16 people at Fatbird, 16 people at Craft One Half, and
That'd
just
be
continue
nice.
the conversation in sort of a different, more intimate, quieter setting than an Irish rock band upstairs. So that'll close out Thursday. Now, Friday is the McCloskey New Venture Competition on Notre Dame's campus. Probably some of you have been that.
I actually competed in it.
I know, Cindy,
Yeah,
you-
I love it. I
Yeah.
promote that all over the place.
So that is being run by Notre Dame. You can still sign up via the Idea Week website, but it is interesting to go to. It's a lot of student and alumni.
It is, like from
startups.
10 to 12 is their showcase. So
Yeah.
all the people that were the finalists for the McCluskey pitch competition are going to have booths there. So you can talk to them about their new venture business ideas. Then I think after that they have announce who wins.
Yeah.
And then after that I think they have like an open house.
Yep, they do the final pitch competition, and then they announce the winners, and then they go to the Legends
Right.
for
For
like
a
an
party.
after party at Legends
Really
on
nice.
campus. It's a cool event. If you've never been before and you have the day off, it's interesting to experience.
We actually encourage, we periodically do presentations about the McCluskey competition
Yeah.
when it gets close to time to sign up for that, because we
Yeah.
want people to sign up.
And it is open to the community. They don't often get a lot of community signups for it, but I know there are at least a couple in the queue this year as well. So it'll be
so it's
interesting to
great.
see where they go. Yeah. So that's happening all day Friday. We are scheduling one thing Friday, which is a comedian named Sahib Singh, who's going to be at Stockroom East on Friday evening. Really funny guy. He's a young up and coming comedian. If you search him up on Instagram, you'll find him on there. Oops, what happened?
Oh, just click something.
Really funny guy. He relates to entrepreneurship in the sense that one of his skits is that he pretends to be this like business coach who's going to get you to your first billion, but he's terrible. And it's pretty funny to watch him like pretend to be giving business advice when he's actually just a total train wreck.
Right.
But it's really funny the way.
Well,
he does it.
every day.
Yeah. So this one, there is a fee for this one. I think it's $15.
Okay.
So really, like even the fee events. I mean, the Irish Rock is free. OK Go is $25. Sahib is $15. So we're trying to keep the price really low. I mean, it's really a community event. And you can see we've layered a lot of fun and a lot of networking on top of all of the educational opportunities. So that's the rundown. You can scan this code or just go to ideaweek.com and register if you haven't already. We are using this software called Tuva, which is an event management software. I would encourage you to download the app if you're going to go. The app is pretty user-friendly, and it can allow you to add your sessions, and you can also see who else is going. You can chat with people on the app. There's a lot of things you can do.
You put a nice bio of yourself on
Yep.
there, what you do, be interested. People will search you. They will reach out to you.
Yep.
So there's people schedule meetups, things like that. Like, it's pretty cool.
We've been pretty pleased with the amount of activity on the app so far. A lot of people engaging with one another and posting pictures and posting ideas. There's one guy posting 1 million pictures, but that's okay. I mean, it's
almost like at one point in time, I was the 5th ranked person on the
Were
app.
you really? Yeah.
Well, but that was early on, and now I'm not.
Yeah.
Somebody else is like, wait, I get points for doing things? Okay, let's go.
Well, we are giving out prizes, so we do have a prize for there's a leaderboard on there you can see, and so we're going to give out, I can't even remember what we're giving out now, but some small prizes, like door prize kind of activity. But yeah, the app is pretty good. We've been happy with it so far, and it makes a big difference if you download it and use that day of, I think. So questions. I know that was a lot. I didn't even talk about all the workshops, so go to the website and you can read through the entire slate of workshops. I hope there's something for everyone. Yes?
Are any of the workshops available online after the fact?
No.
Okay.
No. We did think about that, but we decided that this needed to be, people need to be present to participate in this. Now, that there may be some presentations available if you're particularly interested in the topic, but we're not recording any of the sessions.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It adds a layer of complexity that we just decided we didn't want to do.
So I know a lot of people don't know they need to register. So if you just show up, what happens?
We will allow on-site registration. And the workshops we are encouraging everyone to add to their agenda, the workshops. That is mostly so we can pick the right room for everything. Like the AI one, the 101 one, we have like 116 people signed up. So that one has to be in the auditorium at the library. And we need to know that. However, seating is going to be first come, first serve. So if you're not registered, don't show up at the last second and try to get registered and make it to a session. Make sure you're there a little bit earlier. We're hoping most people sign up in advance because we will have your badges pre-printed. If you sign up day of, then there's a separate process and we have to print your badge separately and it'll take a little extra time. So preferably you register in advance and your badges are pre-printed. But if you have a friend who at the last minute says, hey, I want to go, they can come. And again, it is free, so it's just a matter of getting in the line.
And it is amazing. I mean, I go every year. It's like block off my calendar so I can go. Even if you could only go to like 2 or 3 things, like you can't go to everything. I mean, it's really worth going to whatever you can go to. It's really great.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. It is a la carte. So I met with a group of students at IUSB a couple weeks ago, and they're gonna go to one of the morning sessions, then they have to go back to class, and then they're gonna come back in the afternoon and do some of the activities in the afternoon. So you can come and go as you want. I am sure that some people are gonna come just for Ashley Flowers. And that's all they're gonna do the whole week,
Right.
which is okay. I would love it if they did more, but, technically you can just go to a single session if you want to.
Right.
Whatever fits your schedule.
Great, thanks. Well, is there anything we can do to help you as a community?
Ah, yeah, that's good. I mean, I think getting the word out there, although at this point I'm actually worried we're gonna have too many people. Cause we have over 1,100 people signed up right
Wow,
now,
that's fantastic.
which is a lot. Now, it's a free event, so how many of those are gonna actually show up, it's hard to know. We know there'll be attrition, but, we wanna try to
Still.
we're trying to plan for the best. I think just encourage people to come, be positive, engage with the workshops, and then afterwards, let us know what went well, what didn't go well, because we're gonna do this again next year, and we wanna make it, we really want the event to serve the community, so.
Really excited about that. I feel